Did you?
After I was in a wedding on
Yeah.
Friday, and we have been doing things like all week for the wedding. So Wednesday was a traditional ceremony because the bride was from Ghana.
Okay.
So we did that Wednesday, and there's like a ceremony and a barbecue. Then Thursday was rehearsal and like the bachelor party type thing, and then Friday was the wedding. So obviously that's like 3 days. Friday obviously was a very long day. It was good. You know what I mean? It was a good ceremony and a good vibe, and everybody had a good time. The bride and the groom enjoyed themselves, but
And that was on the Friday, right?
that was the Friday. So then the Saturday, I was on. They had a barbecue. I didn't make it to the barbecue because I had some other stuff to do. But Sunday, the first in a long time, I slept.
Amen
all
to that.
day. Like, I mean, from morning to night. I got up maybe like 4 different times. I was up for like an hour.
Just
I
eat, wash your, and go back to bed?
Yeah, I was up for like an hour and a half at the most on Sunday. Like,
that's life.
Each time. And then I remember I woke up finally now at like 10:30, and I'm like, this was not good. Because I have work in the morning at like 7 o'clock. But I was just like, it doesn't matter. I'm forcing myself back to sleep. And yeah, so
it was worth it.
Sunday saved my life. Sunday
saved my life.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at God.
So that's why.
On a Sunday.
That is why, for sure.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at your list. This guy looks well refreshed.
Yeah, man. It helped a lot.
Not me.
No, I saw your weekend.
I just feel like it's nonstop. Like, I feel like I'm not getting sleep anymore, and I guess that happens as an adult, but like, I probably get minimum 3-4 hours sleep.
Wow.
And
crazy.
it's bad.
That's really bad.
And yeah, I just been going. So I went to a couple of things. So I went to a wedding. That was on the Saturday. Okay, let's start with the Friday. The Friday I went to a dinner for the bride and groom. They had a dinner that day. So that was pretty nice. Shout out to Keisha and Corey. They're their wedding. They're married now. I don't know why I'm saying engaged. I'm tired. That's probably why. That was the Friday. And then the Saturday, they had their wedding, and it was so beautiful. That released doves. It was just like the works. It was really nice ceremony. And then the Sunday was Burna Boy, and that we'll talk about later because I just love him. I love me some Burna Boy. He's gorgeous.
Is he?
I just told you.
I saw him.
He's so sexy.
Is that
his whole presence, he's just a man. Like he's a man. Like, I just want to climb that man. But I know he's with Steph London and whatever.
Oh, is he? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know much about him.
Oh no?
I don't even know like one of his songs.
Yes, you do.
Maybe I do, and I just don't know it's him.
Yeah. Because
even when I saw him, or I saw everyone posting about him, I'm like,
I was just gonna rap or sing it for you. But
oh no, please go ahead.
No, I don't want to do that.
I would love
G-Wagon. No, I can't. I can't.
Any other hits you wanna bestow upon us?
You know what, Richie? You go on my Instagram and look at my damn post, okay? Because I posted his videos. It's funny because I was singing it to somebody. Somebody's like, I know the song. And then other people that I didn't know his name, they were like, is it this song? And they started singing it. They knew off the bat, so I had help. But I was doing it the other day, too, and somebody was just like...
It wasn't me. That was... Yep,
it was the same reaction. So I'm just not good. I just stopped myself. Especially because it's you and I'm doing it live and you guys can all see me.
But he's African.
Yeah.
Is he
Nigerian.
I think is he like an Afro beats artist?
He is not Afro beats, it's Afro fusion, I believe. Anyways, he's my fashion buzz of the week, so I'm gonna give you a full little rundown of him. That's also why I'm saving that concert moment towards the end because I feel like, he was really good. Anyways,
yeah, I saw a lot of people posting. So
and I remember his concert was supposed to be since last week, and then they held him at Detroit, so he didn't make it down here. So it was his first time being in Toronto ever.
That's good. And
so he absolutely loves it, and he's gorgeous. I don't know. Anyhow, I don't want to take people on, so I'm not that type of girl. However, I would if that was one guy that I would try to take somebody's man from them. Yeah.
No comment.
He's so cute. Anywho, that was pretty much my weekend, and my week has just been my week so far. It's been tiring. But let's get into Stay Woke news updates. So 2 of the incidents occurred, this happened late Monday night. So at around 10:40 p.m., police were called to a plaza at 2687 Kipling Avenue near Mount Olive Drive. And according to the police, 2 people were shot and made their way to the hospital. They both were expected to survive. About 10 minutes after the shooting, police were called to a parking lot near Western Road and Highway 407 after shots were fired, and a 61-year-old man was found in critical injuries and was rushed to the hospital, where he is still currently there. Witnesses told CP24 that they were running to cover in the drive-through parking lot after the gunfire rang out. And police have said that the shooting was targeted, and said that they are looking for a suspect described as a black male in his early 20s, wearing black clothes, black prescription glasses, short hair, and shirt that says Versace. Okay. I don't really. Versace. It's very vague. He was last seen fleeing the plaza northbound on foot. Then just after 1 p.m., gunfire rang out in that area of Matthew Harrison Street in Brampton. And a man was taken to a trauma center following the shooting. His injuries believed to be non-life-threatening. And they have, police have not drawn any connections between all the incidents. So this was like multiple, like at least 4 all at once. So that's pretty dramatic in like one night. However, the shootings came amid at an effort by the Toronto police to crack down on gun violence in the city following a rush of the recent gun violence. So obviously anybody with information, please contact the police as they're trying to get more information on this. And again, you just don't want it to be anybody you know. So I know people are very skeptical about, contacting the police and feeling they're snitching, whatever. But I mean, lives and families are at risk, and you just want to make sure that everybody remains safe. I just don't think it's not safe anymore out here on these streets. So
I was saying that there has to be. I said it maybe 2 days ago. I was like, there has been a shooting in the GTA every single day for at least a month, like every single day. And then yesterday happened. I was like, the streak continues. I was like, it's not a good streak, but it has to be definitely some type of streak, because every night, every morning you wake up, there was a shooting, whether it be in Brampton,
shooting, stabbing, something.
Mississauga, Toronto, Asia. Like there's just a shooting, a stabbing somewhere every single day. It's kind of crazy. I just want to know what goes through these people's heads when they wake up in the morning. Like, do you feel like, I know you beef with people, you know what I mean? But like, I ain't trying to go to jail. I don't want to go to hell. So as much as I want to be upset with people, let go and let God, because I just don't have the energy to want to run into people and catch charges at this point in my life. You know what I mean? We're too grown. There's so many things you need to accomplish. And, if you have families on top of it, it just makes it even worse. So please stop the gun violence. Please. Peel police say that they are concerned for the well-being of a missing 34-year-old pregnant Brampton woman who has not been seen since yesterday afternoon. Did you hear about this as well? Briefly.
Brindier Kaur was last seen in the area of Brampton, so Bramley Road and Black Forest Drive in Brampton at around 1 p.m. yesterday. She is described by the police as a South Asian, 5'9", and is about 165 pounds. She has brown eyes and long, straight black hair. Police and family are concerned for her well-being as she is 8 months pregnant, and this is very out of her character. So anyone with information of her whereabouts is asked to contact the police or Crime Stoppers Anonymous. That's very scary, because obviously,
really weird,
especially when it's not in her character. So like, you're just hoping that nobody's taken her, held her hostage, and if God forbid anything, just
That is really weird.
Very, very odd. And nearly 8,000 Toronto Hydro customers are without power in the city's east end due to a pair of large outages. So I'm not sure if you've been affected by this, if not, but the biggest outage has left approximately 6,000 customers in the area bounded by O'Connor Drive to the north, Danforth Avenue to the south, and Don Valley Parkway to the west, and Coxwell Avenue to the east without power. So the outages, meanwhile, is impacting another 1,900 customers in the area bounded by St. Clair Avenue to the north side, Danforth Avenue to the south, and Main Street to the west, and Victoria Parkway Avenue to the south. It's like all over. It's like, So Toronto Hydro says that the crews are on site currently and earlier as well today, though no time has been provided for the restoration of the power. They just want to make sure they're investigating the cause of the outages. They don't have any current details at this moment, but they are understanding that people are starting to come home from work and may not be able to return to power, but rest assured they're working quickly as possible to restore their power as it impacts obviously the TTC and delays. So people trying to get on the bus, I mean, there was 22, 25, 56, 62, a whole bunch of bus routes, and streetcars that were in traffic due to this outage. So kind of reminds me of the blackout. Obviously, it's not everywhere.
That's what I always think about, but it's just not as fun when it's like some people have
when it's just some and some people don't.
Yeah. When everything is down.
That was lit.
That was.
I'll never forget that year.
Yeah.
That was the best. Actually, it wasn't the best time because I remember my boy and I went to go pick up his mom, and we were stuck in traffic. So we were like, mind you, his mom was like maybe 2 lights or 3 lights away off the highway. And then as we were coming back, I just remember I went, like, had my eyes open, and I kind of like dozed off. And when I opened, I felt like I was sleeping for probably like an hour. And when I woke up, we were like less than 10 feet where we were last. Like, what the hell? I'm like, we're still in the car. He's like, yeah, nothing's moving. And then when we finally got through it, we realized it was a power outage. Yeah, so it was nuts. And we were by Shoppers World. So we were like in that park beside Shoppers World.
I was wishing I was in a mall.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at that age, I probably would have
done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was at work, and we thought that time I worked at Scotiabank Plaza.
Okay.
In the mailroom in the basement.
Yeah.
So when everything happened, we thought it was a robbery. We thought like we'd get robbed.
Oh my!
So everybody was just, cause all the lights went off. We thought it was like an emergency thing, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're
was
in
there
the
generators?
Basement. No. And we were in the basement, so we really didn't have access to like cell coverage or whatever the case was. So it wasn't until we made it upstairs and we couldn't take elevators. So like we had to wait first for someone to come down and tell us like, okay, you guys gotta come out. We're like evacuating the building, whatever. And then when we got out on the street, and that's downtown, like King Street.
Yeah.
So it was packed, because nobody could go on a subway, nobody could go on a streetcar, whatever the case may be. It was just packed, and yeah, it was a good time. Like,
it was right. I remember being a good time too.
It was a good time.
We were outside chilling. Everybody's at the park.
That's what
I'm talking.
saying, right? And it's like it's so crazy. I understand they wouldn't do it, but I think they should do that again for like 5 hours.
Okay, you know what?
Because here's the thing.
A whole
like
day.
Like you said, everybody was outside.
They were.
Everybody was interacting. Everybody's talking, having fun. Like,
it was nice.
You have no choice but
to interact with each other.
Exactly.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Because the internet's down.
Everything.
So you're not, you know what I mean? No matter how much Wi-Fi you have, like, you can't scroll. No. Like, it was just.
It's just good to be with. And it's good to be with people that you were like close with. Because I was with all my friends that time.
I think I played like board games that night.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
No, we were on the streets chilling, walking up and down, drinking. And the funny thing is, the next day, like a dumbass, I went to work.
Oh, I did.
Like I worked at Guess at the time, so I go to like Guess now, and I'm like, oh, the doors are locked and the power's still off. So I went back home because in my area, they still had like. I guess we still had a bit of power. Mm-hmm. We didn't have power the day before, obviously, but the next day, some power was back on, and in other areas, they didn't have any power whatsoever. So it was pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah. But I don't think I want that to happen. Anyways, so yeah, hopefully they get all these this situated very soon, because obviously it can suck. Like you said, some people have it, some people don't, and nothing's worse than that. So that's it for CP24. That's it for Stay Woke News updates. Credit to CP24. That's what I meant to say. He goes, that's it. What's going on for events, Richie?
All right, well, just a few things to mention this week and coming up on Friday. Now, I don't know, I kind of put this one in for you. I don't know if you were a fan, if you were at that age, but Friday, the Jonas Brothers the Jonas Brothers are back together. No, that's not them.
That's Hanson.
Hanson.
That's how old I am. Like,
clearly you're not a fan.
That's how old I am. Did you see how I aged myself right now? I was like Jonas, and I was like,
Jeez, it's horrible.
I would have been more of a Hanson Brothers.
They had one song. Like, literally, that was it.
What songs does the Jonas Brothers have?
I don't know. They got a few.
Do you know what I mean? I know they have a few, but I don't know them. So like,
Me neither, to be honest.
I probably if I heard them, I'd be like, I know that song. But
it was a pretty big deal when they got back together. I didn't know you could break up your brothers, but I get it.
Right?
Yeah. So they're back together and they're on a tour. It's called the Happiness Begins Tour, and they're at Scotiabank Arena. It's a pretty big.
Yeah, no, they're gonna sell out.
Right?
They definitely will.
I guess maybe the generation right after ours is the one that is buying these tickets. Tickets start at $60 and go up to $100. So that's this Friday. Check that out if you're interested. Also happening Friday, the CB Gala, presented by Casablanca Lifestyle. The dress code is all black or all white. You will be served cocktails, food. You have live performances, comedy show, fashion show, and an after party, all for the low price of $50. So it's an elegant event. So if you have somebody celebrating a birthday or just want to have a night out, a date night, whatever, definitely check that out. And that's happening at The View, which is on Galaxy Road, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And happening Saturday, Afro-Caribbean Vegan Market. Yeah, I've been hearing about this for a few weeks now, and the weekend has finally arrived. So this is taking place at 519 Church Street, and it will be in operation from 4 to 9 p.m. Obviously, it's going to feature vegan food, but also have health and beauty products, vegan-friendly clothing, art, and much more. Now, I'm interested in vegan-friendly clothing because I don't know what that is. Like, I just don't.
It's like faux fur, fake stuff. It's nothing to do with like they do not kill animals to make any of their.
So like cotton, anything made out of cotton? Can you?
Cotton will be fine.
Okay.
They do like vegan leather. It's like resembles leather, but it's obviously no animals are harmed in the making of that. So it's all like fake.
Yeah.
It's not. I shouldn't say fake, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's not animals, fur and skin and stuff like that. So that's what they mean when they say that.
Yeah, so they also make sure to let us know that it's not only for vegans. Could be for people like myself who just want to learn more about the vegan lifestyle. So if you have any interest in that, check
You're interested in that?
Afro. I mean, I'm not interested in it for myself as a lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I like having knowledge.
I get
and you know what I mean? Just kind of learning about new things. So check out Afro-Caribbean Vegan Market, pretty straightforward.com, if you have any interest. And along the same lines, Heritage Skills Development Center presents the 8th annual Afro-Carib Fest. And this is happening at Albert Campbell Square, which is located at 150 Borough Drive. So I think that's like right near Scarborough Town Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is free. So they have live music, dance, a cultural parade, youth and kid zones, and much more.
That's dope.
And that's happening Saturday and Sunday, so check it out.
Check it out. I like that. A lot of good events actually going on. There's always been a lot of good events this whole summer.
You better enjoy it because summer's almost over. Just saying. I've been waiting. I can't wait.
I know. Well, you can't wait till summer's over?
Yes. Oh.
Why? Because of sports?
That too, like basketball needs to hurry up, come back. Football needs to come back. Like, bro.
You guys want to enjoy the outdoor weather and like do fun activities outside.
I'm old now. Like outdoor weather, outdoor activities now is me going and mowing my lawn, washing my car, cleaning up the gutter, those are outdoor activities now.
Go by a pool and lay down.
I'm gonna buy like one of those kiddie pools.
Yeah, we gotta get a cute little kiddie pool and get some couple of drinks and just lay down outside.
I don't like bugs.
Okay,
Sorry.
You too picky. I can't. I don't like snow. I don't like driving in the winter.
Me neither.
So I'm not excited for no damn fall or winter.
Fall is the best weather.
Fall leads to winter.
Spring and fall.
I like spring because winter. Spring and then summer is there. So that's why I like summer and spring. I hate fall and I hate winter. I love fall clothing. It's cute. But winter, no.
Me too.
Winter fall clothing is really cute.
I like sweaters.
I do too. A nice sweater, long dresses and pants. Like I like getting back into that vibe. Like as much as I love the no clothes, because apparently my friend was telling me that I don't own enough T-shirts, which I don't. I know it sounds really odd for me to say that out loud, but I don't own a lot of T-shirts. I own a lot of crop tops. Oh,
you do own a lot of crop tops?
I don't own a lot of T-shirts. Because I was trying to go somewhere the other day and I was like, I'm going to put on like a cute T-shirt with a nice little skirt. And I genuinely don't have a lot of T-shirts. I have a lot of, my niece was like, you have no T-shirts. Even she was like, can I borrow a T-shirt? And I'm like, there's a crop top. Here's a tank top for crop top. Everything was a crop top. And I'm like, I don't have crop top body anymore, so I need to start looking for long t-shirts because nobody's trying to suck in their gut every 2 seconds wearing, So, anyways, I just realized I don't have a lot of cute tops, so we'll get into the fashion fashion stuff later on. In the meantime, between time, we'll get into fashion buzz. So this week's fashion buzz is the one and only that we've been talking about today, but his actual real name is Damani. I'm not even going to attempt to do his last name. And Ogulu. Okay, sure. He's obviously professionally known as Burna Boy. And he was born I'll say February, but he's born July 2nd, 1991, and is a Nigerian Afrofusion. See, I was right. I did say that correct. Afrofusion singer and songwriter. So he rose to prominence in 2012 after releasing the lead single "Like to Party." You just need to look up all these songs. But overall, I did post some videos, so if you didn't get a chance, you can kind of hear them. If you're on my Instagram, Delicia Henry, just at Delicia Henry, you'll see I posted a bunch of videos that we did from the concert. But from his debut album Life, that was in 2013, and in 2017, Burna Boy signed with Bad Habit Atlantic Records in the United States and Warner Group internationally. His third studio album outside market, his major label debut, and in January 2018, he was featured on Sunshine Riptide, a track fall from Boys of Grammy night. Oh, I can't even speak English today. A track from Fall Out Boy's Grammy-nominated 7th studio album, Mania, in 2018. He released his third studio album outside on 26th of January 2018, and this was described as a mixtape by the singer outside that consists of Afrobeats, dancehall, reggae, and road rap. That's pretty much what he actually is. Like when they say Afrofusion, he really does. Even in his whole
Fall Out Boy is just like it's different. It goes that way.
It is that way. And if you ever heard him perform live, okay, I'm just gonna give this first, and I'll tell you guys about how the concert works. I'll just give you my little review because I was upset, then happy, and more than very shocked and very pleased. So just let me quickly give you a little update. So if you get a chance, just look at some songs. He has outside. He was supported by 6 singles: "Rock Your Body," "Streets of Africa," "Connie Banje." I'm probably saying that wrong, or Banji, and "Settle Down," "Heaven's Gate," and "Ye." Ye is the big one that is always on the radio. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah. That
yeah,
I do know.
yeah.
That one I do know.
That's a big song.
That one I know.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. The album received critical acclaim and was ranked by Pulse Nigeria and Nigeria Entertainment Today as the best Nigerian album of 2018. It won Album of the Year at the 2018 Nigerian Entertainment Awards. In February 2018, Outside debuted at number 3 on the Billboard Reggae Album charts. The album's biggest single, "Ye," ended up at Utmost Nigerian's publication's year-end list of the biggest song of 2018. It is stupid big. On October 7th, 2018, Burna Boy performed before a sold-out crowd at London's O2 Academy, Brixton. A day prior to the show, he held a pop-up event at Red by Little Farm and sold limited boxes of his Space Puff cereal. I didn't even know he had a space. He's a cereal, as well as custom notepads, lighters, and graphic T-shirts. On October 9th of 18, he was announced as one of the Spotify's new Afro Hub Takeover artists. An announcement coincided with him being named YouTube's Artist on the Rise of the 3 months. And in January of this year, he was announced alongside Mr. Easy as one of the artists performing at the 2019 Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. He won 4 awards at the Sound City MVP Award Festival, including African Artist of the Year, Listener's Choice, and Best Male MVP. March of this year, he released a 4-track collaboration EP with Los Angeles-based electronic duo DJ D's, titled Steel and Copper. And his 4th album, African Giant, was released on 26th of July of this year. And it's
4th album. Wow.
I mean, he only started since 2012, by the way. Let's just get that in there right now. Yeah, it's been supported by 5 singles: Gobana, On the Low, Killing Them, Anybody, and a cover of Angelique Kidjo's song Wee Wee. And he began recording in 2018, his whole album. But pretty much, like, I mean, I can go on and on about him, but on June of this year, Burna Boy won Best International Act at the 2019 BET Awards, and in July, he was announced as Apple's Music Up's next artist, which I think I mentioned already. But overall, like, I just have to say this: like, I love him. I love him. I thought I liked him, but I absolutely love him. I'm gonna explain to you why. If you have not seen him in person to actually perform, you will not get it. Because when I say his stage presence was just African giant is actually the perfect term for what I feel like his presence brought, because he, from beginning to end, he had that same energy. He was just like, I don't know, like he was just dancing on stage. Even, you know, people have silent moments and they kind of like go take a water break. My man was doing some like moves along the stage. He worked that whole stage, and he didn't need to, but he did it so well. And the funny thing is when the concert started, like when we came there about like 8:00. And the concert was supposed to start about 9:00. They was like, we didn't see any opening acts, so everybody was like, oh, like, just what's going on? We're waiting. 10:00, opening acts start. So people have been there since 7. Yeah. So we're like, 10:00. I don't want to see no opening acts. I want to see him. So there was like so many opening acts. I was over it, and we were literally almost ready to leave. I'm gonna be very honest. I was like, I want to leave, but then finally, I'm like, you know, we came here for him. I can't leave. There's no point. Just wait. So, but there's so many parties going on. So I was like, Igloo looks really good, you know? But anyways, so we ended up just chilling. So when he came on, my back was hurting me. My feet were kind of, you know, I forgot about everything. Because I dead ass, he demanded, like, your attention. You were just singing the song. I didn't know half the words because I don't speak that tongue and language. But he was just amazing. Like, I genuinely was feeling the spirit. I felt his music. I really enjoyed it. So, and just seeing everybody else around, because people were complaining, not like, you know, it was horrible, but like complaining in terms of just waiting for so long. But once he came on, everybody was just like on the same vibe. People were just happy. Because he left you feeling like he gave you a full performance, and it wasn't like no little quick in and out. I feel like it was almost like probably 40 minutes or maybe more. That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I couldn't even tell you how long, because it was like he put you in a trance. Like, I didn't feel like I was home anymore for a quick moment. And I love how he had like these cartoons and these graphics in the background throughout his presentation.
Yeah, I kept seeing it. What was
it? So he had like, I don't know if you want to, because it's African giant, so he had this gorilla with these chains, then he had like these little space things, and he had a guy that looked like him who was just like smoking, and it was just cool, like just throughout the music and African side, the continent, and just like the symbol in the background, like throughout everything, it was just, you could feel who he was more and more as he was performing. But I absolutely loved it. I would definitely see him again. So if you ever get a chance to see Burna Boy, please do. It is worth the wait. The PR Diva was one of the people that put it on and brought him down here as well. So shout out to the PR Diva. Yeah. She was actually on our show a couple weeks back, so I'm very happy that we got a chance to go. And it was another person. I think it was 3. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, because I hate when I say 3 Kings MG. Shout out to them as well, because they're the ones who pretty much put it on and brought him down here. So kudos to you guys. You knew exactly what you were doing, and I'm very happy that I went. So Burna Boy, you know, if you ever leave give me a little call.
Yeah, I mean, you know, shoot your shot.
He's so sexy. So she's lucky. I know she's a beautiful woman too. So go ahead, girl. Live your life. Do what you want. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got to go. So definitely, I will see him again. I'll see him again. So this is the reason why you are our fashion buzz of the week. To you. Burna Boy, my dude. So, Richie, what's our topic of the week?
All right. So shout out Burna Boy. I now know one of your songs.
Yeah,
I know that. I have a bad habit of that. Like, I know a lot of songs, and I can't tell you.
Me too. You know what?
In the world sings. I will walk past the person that sings a song.
Really?
I don't know what anybody looks like.
You know what's funny? One thing about me is I don't know names. I know faces. I will be somewhere and I may not know their name, but I'll be like, that's such and such. I know that song. Like, you know, instantly. As soon as I say, it's like I don't know what it is, but like when I see faces, it's like, oh, that's, you know. And I always
I'm horrible with celebrities now. Like, I know the big ones, but I mean, like, Burna Boy, I would have walked past.
Oh, I would never walk past him. You couldn't walk past him. I'll tell you why. He is blinged the fuck out. Like,
I mean, I'll look at him, but I'll think like
No.
he's getting money, like he's in the streets.
you
getting
would think,
money.
you know, you would know. Like,
unless I see him with security.
he has his presence to him.
To
like,
women, not to men. To men, he's just another nigga with some chains.
You would feel it. I don't care what you
Another
say.
nigga with some chains.
You know-
like, he getting money.
You know who too? I what was it, like years ago, before Miguel was really big, when he had like one single. I can't think we were in Atlanta. Anyways, he was going to the airport, and I'm like, that's that guy. He sings this song, and I was like, that's Miguel. And no one cared because no one like knew who he was at the time. No offense, nobody cared. I was like excited, like that's such and such. And then I think Candace was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And that was it. But like then, you know, Miguel's a big deal now. But at the time, no, he was like a nobody. But I recognized who he was instantly, and he just looked like a regular schmegular at the time because he didn't have any like bling or bling. It was just walking down the road. Anyways,
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
gotta do better with that. But our topic for this week. So I've had this one for a while. Like, it was more like a question.
Okay.
And my question was like, why do we jeopardize our own happiness? And I thought about it. But then I was like, okay, well, I kind of like Googled it, and I was like, happiness, and I came up with a list. So the list is 8 points. Oh no, it's 9.
I like
but
that.
it's 9 things. So it's 9 signs that you are jeopardizing your own happiness, and kind of little tips how to stop.
Okay.
So the first one, choosing the mediocre certainty of where you are due to fear of the unknown.
That's my life.
It's a lot. So we have all overstayed our welcome, be it at a job, in a circle of friends, or more commonly in a relationship that we felt very strongly wasn't right for us or helping lead us to where we want to be in the future. Why do we stay? Comfort, consistency, maybe even hope for a better tomorrow. But more than anything, we feared what was ahead if we let go of what we had grown to know. And that's a very common
It's so true.
thing, because you think about it. Even yesterday, I saw a girl say, she posted on her status, like, I'm just going to stick to the evil that I know. And I said,
I say that a lot too.
find a better evil.
Find a good.
I mean, sure, but
No, but like,
it's like,
no,
fine.
it's better to deal with the devil you know than the devil you don't.
So
That's what
they
people say.
Yeah.
But like, realistically, drop that devil
Yeah.
and find another person. If that person's the devil, drop that devil too.
I
But I
agree.
get it, because it's like everybody has good and bad, I guess is what they're trying to say. But it's like when you stick with something, you're comfortable. Even though you know it's not the best for you, you're comfortable with it and you're familiar.
And I feel like it's one of those things where you know, there's a difference between knowing and kind of being uncertain.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because I think even the day before people get married, they're uncertain and they're just like, oh, you know, second guessing,
Second guess.
feet, whatever the
Cold,
case
yeah.
is. But that's different than you being in a situation and knowing this is not what I want.
Yeah.
This is against what I want. This is not going in the direction that I know I want to go in.
Yeah.
And you're still just sitting in it for a month, for a year, for 5 years. Like,
No.
so many people
3.
do it.
Yeah, no.
So many people.
You
You
don't do
notice
it
I
anymore.
skipped over 3 years.
Yeah.
Just saying.
3 years.
So that is one way to move towards your happiness. Let it go. Let it go. The
Let
unknown
go and let God.
is fearful, definitely, for everybody. No matter how much money you have, no matter what status you have, like, letting go of what you know and moving towards something you don't know is going to be fearful, but it is also exciting as well.
Agreed.
Because it's new experiences, it's new challenges, and it's just having more control towards what you want to do.
I agree.
Right? The second thing, procrastination.
No, give me strength.
So this is a public service announcement. I need everyone to listen. If you are the type of person to make a New Year's resolution, you are a procrastinator. Okay? We always say there's no time like the present, yet from November 15th, people are already planning and asking others what they're going to change on January 1st. An entire 45 days later. What exactly are you waiting on? So we have things to do now, and I'm going to start going to the gym in January. I'm going to change my diet.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to start looking for a new job. What are you waiting on between now and then? Why you can't do it today? Oh, there you go. Thank you. That was the perfect answer.
Okay, no.
That was the perfect response because it's nothing.
If there is something.
Tell me.
It depends on the timing. So like so the New Year's resolution you're referring to, right? When you say, for example, I'm gonna start my diet, I'm gonna start working on my business plan. Maybe because you're too preoccupied with so many of the things that are going on right now.
Procrastination. Because if you're preoccupied, you just said it. You're preoccupied with so many other things that are distracting you from the things that you should be focused on. And we're using that as an excuse to say, well, as of December 31st, those things are no longer going to matter, or they're going to stop, or they're going to slow down, and then January 1st, 12 o'clock, everything is going to be brand new. Your bills from December are coming into January.
Yeah, but sometimes
start now.
It's just hard. Okay, you need to give yourself like the thing is, I think when you start to set like goals, for example, when you write your goals down, I feel like you more start to knock them out one by one. So
that's the thing. Goals have to be done. A date is not a goal. A date is just a date. You can say, I want to have this done by this date. But just saying, I'm going to start on this date is not a goal. That's procrastination.
That's true. I give you that. Ricky, one for you. Go ahead.
Ooh, nice. I got one.
He goes, I got one. You got one today.
So, beyond New Year's resolutions, the majority of us struggle with doing something that can be done now. And something as simple as returning a phone call or a text or an email, we look at it and we put off responding for half hour, an hour, sometimes even a day, just to aimlessly scroll through IG a little bit longer or continue watching that new Netflix series. Get it done today. Make a to-do list and get it done today. And what you don't finish today doesn't roll over to tomorrow's list. It stays on today, because until you conquer today, you cannot move forward to tomorrow.
But how can it not come over to tomorrow? Like, don't you have to finish?
Because tomorrow's list is always tomorrow, which means it's not going to be today. So it doesn't become yesterday's list. It's still today, which means it needs to get done today.
Okay.
Third, being afraid to fail. All right? When I was younger, I didn't know how to or really have any interest in trusting the process. And sometimes that process involves a stumble here and there or a complete fall flat on your face. Note to self, myself, and others, it's okay. The fact that you failed means that you tried. And I guarantee you, there is someone out there doing something you have dreamt of doing for years who is nowhere near as talented, as gifted, or as knowledgeable as you in that field. The only separating factor between you and them is that they tried and you're still sitting down thinking about it. I know this is an easier said than done
It
key.
is said so easy.
Very much so. But nothing great ever came easy. So get out there and try. Fail 10 times, 20 times, 100 times if needed. Because with each failure, you're one more try closer to success.
That's the scary part. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
Oh,
I
definitely.
hate failure, and so I get so discouraging after like the third time. You're like, you know what?
But that's why they say
Let me just stay in my lane, because
for sure. And that's the thing. Like, there's 98% of us who say that and sit in that zone, and there's that 2% that said, all right, the 15th time didn't work, I'm going for 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like you said, Burna Boy, since 2012, I found out about him maybe last year. That song.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he had said, wow, the North America market isn't picking up the way I wanted it to, I'm going to stop, or whatever the case is, he wouldn't be where he is now.
But he's also very fortunate because, no offense, like 2012 is not that far from.
That's 7 years.
But look at people that have been doing it for longer
But
than
that's
that.
what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he's pretty close
There's
to.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
But think about it as 6 years, or let's say even 5 years. Like, have we invested anything 5 years of hard work and dedication into something and really said, like, yeah, I'm going to keep going?
Keep going. I know.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a hard thing to do because even people in your circle are going to start being like, bro, you should switch up and start doing country music, or switch up and start acting, or do something else, right? Try to get you off of your path. You just got to be consistent and not afraid to fail. Key number 4, the desire to need to control everything or not knowing how to adapt. People often say this is chess, it ain't checkers, referring to being 2, 3, or 4 moves ahead of your opponent, or they sometimes try to relate that to life situations. Well, the truth is, this ain't chess, it ain't checkers, it ain't Monopoly, Trouble, Connect 4, or any other game that you want to use as an analogy. It's life. It's real life, and as much as we plan, create, and strategize, real life is unpredictable.
Yep.
And you have to be able to bob and weave, hop, skip, and jump, drop and roll, and whatever else it takes to deal with the obstacles and curveballs that come every single day. And sometimes you see it coming, and you'll be able to matrix your way around it, and it'll miss you. And other times, it will slap you straight in your face.
It'll knock you the fuck down, okay?
To see what it is. And that's life.
Yeah.
And the quicker we learn to adapt and be fluid in our situations, the faster we will be on a path to true happiness.
That's true.
Number 6, blaming others. If you can always find another person to blame for why something in your life isn't what you wanted it to be or thought it would be, the real problem is you. Everyone is dealt a different deck of cards in life. So whether it be a single parent or no parents, short arms or one arm, short-sightedness or complete blindness, someone somewhere has taken your situation or a situation worse than yours and made it work. And I'm not talking about just everyday life. I'm talking celebrity status. Look at Ray Charles, look at Stevie Wonder, and look at Shaquem Griffin, who made it to the NFL. He's a quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks with one hand.
I was just going to say, anybody with one arm, one leg, and them things, I get
he's now
an
athlete, a professional athlete with one hand in a game where you got to catch a ball.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And if he could make it with one hand, what's your excuse? What's stopping you? What in your life has been that bad, that traumatic, that horrific, that you cannot move on, right?
Anytime I think of that, I think of P90X.
Yes.
Because that guy with the one leg, my girl, there's one guy, he only has one leg, but it's a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
And he goes through the entire program. So I always say to myself, there's no reason why I can't get through that whole program. It's only 60 minutes. Anyways, go ahead.
Real talk.
Yeah,
that's so
biometrics.
So for anybody who sits and blames their teacher, their coworker, their boss, the system, slavery, the Big Bang Theory, whatever it is that you choose to sit down and blame for not getting your shit done today, you will always be in a place of unhappiness because it starts with you.
Agreed.
All right? Number 7, we got 2 more to go.
I like this.
So you compare yourself to others and worry too much about what others think. And this is the one that might be affecting society the most today, young and old. As I've often stated right here on this show, I hate social media.
Are you catching flies?
I damn right.
I keep seeing your head go like this. I'm like, what's going on?
I see them and I'm just like, it's a reaction. But I hate social media. I use it, but I hate it just the same.
Yeah.
There's a new phone feature. I don't know if it's on other phones, but it's on iPhone where it shows you your screen time. And you can see the apps that you spend the most time on.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if we look at our phones every single month or every week, that at the end of the week, Instagram will be top 2, if not number 1 for our screen time, which means we are literally sitting down and watching the lives of others, which is not a bad thing, but it becomes a problem when you start using what you're seeing and comparing it to yourself. And a lot of times it's not positive comparisons. It's
unrealistic, really.
Very unrealistic. And a lot of times where it ties back into being afraid to fail, I've known artists, I've known designers, clothing designers who want to start a clothing line, whatever. And they're just yeah, but my friends aren't supporting and this person here isn't. And I said, there are 7 billion people in this world.
Yeah.
If your 10 friends don't like your song, there are 100 people you do not know that will pay you for that song.
Shoot, look at your social media. Exactly. You look how many people you don't even know that follow you.
Exactly. And I'm just we're too focused and we place too much emphasis and acceptance and validation on what people around us say, what people around us think. I heard someone say on the news, or I don't know, I think it's an old quote. They said, I don't know the key to success, but I know the key to failure is trying to please everyone.
Yeah.
And if you're using the people that are right in front of your face as your gauge of success and their measurement to be like, they didn't like it, so nobody will, you've already failed.
Yeah.
Because the world is so much bigger than your 5 friends, than your 10 friends, than whatever it is you think. Like, there is someone somewhere that fucks with your shit.
Heavy.
Right? Heavy. So definitely keep that always in mind. We need to stop watching other people and focus on ourselves and just believe in what you do. Yeah, I keep seeing it. I'm grabbing my future.
Ooh. Go ahead, take that. I got my future too.
All right, number 8, you are afraid or refuse to ask for help. I've heard a quote say, if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Yeah. Well, I think if your dreams don't require help, they aren't big enough. There is nothing in this world that you can do completely on your own. You can hire yourself by starting your own business, but if you're buying your own product, is that successful? No. If you're buying or hiring yourself for your own services, is that successful? No. And if your business gets to the point where it's that big, you're going to have to hire other people. You have to hire other people. And you're going to have to reach out. There is nothing in this world that you want to do that hasn't been done already. So there's somebody somewhere that has knowledge that can be of some use and some value to you. That's true. But we live in a society today where a lot of people talk about bad mind every day. A lot of people talk about haters and jealousy. I look at it and I'm like, who the hell hates me? What do I have for you to hate? Yeah. And maybe I do have haters out there, but I am nowhere in my life where I am going to focus on or even give attention to my haters, because what are they really hating on? I know. And I haven't done 10% of the things that I want to accomplish. So stop putting all that focus into, I'm not going to ask this person for help because they're going to say this or they're going to chat me with the other person. Yeah. Find people who are like-minded. Find people who want to be successful. Find people who want to help. Find
mentors. Find people that are like legitly looking to help others, because sometimes, no offense, like you are focused on your goal and you've been there where you help so many people where now you're trying to be, I'm a little selfish. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not me, but I'm just saying in general. Those people are a little selfish, and that's okay because they're in a different stage in their life. Right. But then go look for someone else. And sometimes even those selfish people, give them information. I may not be able to help you, but this is the person that could do something, you know? So always try to offer something. It may not be your services, but at least offer someone else that you know has a little bit more time to do so.
Yep. And the last of the 9 signs, or I guess you could say 9 signs you are jeopardizing your own happiness. The last one is constantly focusing on what could have been or what will be instead of finding the positive in what is.
That's my downfall.
And this is, again, like, it's a common thing, and I try to find things that related to me. Because if it relates to me, it relates to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So many times we think about, man, if I had just done this 3 years ago, my life would be so much different now. Mm-hmm. Or we think about, man, New Year's resolutions. I'm going to start this in January, and 2020 is going to be the best year of my life because of what I'm about to do. Yeah. Instead of being in this moment and being proud of what you accomplished this year, today, proud of what you're working on now, proud of the things that you changed throughout the year, in the last 6 months, last week, whatever it was that you made the change of or accomplished, focus on that, be proud of that, enjoy that, and embrace it. It's always good to have plans, and it's always good to reminisce on the past so you don't make the same mistakes, but you cannot outlive the moment, because this is now. And you don't know if you're going to see tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to see 12 o'clock midnight. Yeah. So embrace tonight, embrace right now, embrace the moment, and you will be on a path to true happiness.
I like that. Richie, look at God. Look at you. And topic of the week was lit. I like that. That was actually a really good topic.
Thank you.
And it's so true. Everything you said, all your points. I know I was just joking when I said one, but like literally all those points are so valid and they're so true. And to me, a lot of them hit me because it's like, you know, there's someone, you know, that like, shit, I need to do better. Yeah. And things that you're actually working on. Because even for myself, like I focus so much on what I could have done differently. Exactly. And I stay stagnant sometimes because I don't think of what the next thing should be done, you know? And I guess it just stems from like, you know, when you always excel at things in life, you're always going, and you're achieving all these things, and then you get to a roadblock, and then doors closed and you're not getting where you want to be, you start to doubt yourself. You start to question your journey. You start to, look back like, oh shit, I should have opened that door instead and did this. But that doesn't change anything, because now you're just reflecting on old shit that you can't do nothing about.
And
so
it's not positive.
It's nothing
not
positive.
Yeah.
And it gets depressing, and that's why people get depressed too. You start focusing on the wrong things, and funny that you like a lot of those things. I literally have made a conscious effort to say, you know what, stop. There's nothing I could do now about X, Y, and Z. All I can do at this point is try to achieve more and do better. For sure. And learn from those things, because there's a reason why those things didn't work out in the first place. So whether it's God showing me a sign like, hey, it's great, but there's a lot better for you just now, so keep going. So.
And we always think like, if I had done this differently, my life would be different. Yeah, but you don't know if it would be different, better, or different, worse.
Shit, you don't even know if you would be dead.
Exactly.
Shit could have saved you from dying. So realistically, I look at things in that light as well. So you have to look at the positive and stay true to your journey. It's your journey. That's honestly, your journeys are never going to be A to B or A to Z. It's like BK, JF, back to Z, come back to A. And that's really your journey. It's never going to be a very straight line. So. And the ones that have it very straight, bless your soul. Okay? But I wanted to get into a couple things. So, I have a question of the day.
Okay.
My question of the day is, mainly it's to you.
Oh, nice.
Maybe you can help me out in this one, because I don't know if I want to share this story. I don't know if we have time.
I'm ready for it. Come on now.
I don't know if I should share. I feel like guys are going to not want to date me when I start talking their business on the show, but I'm in a business. Anyhow, question of the day is, what does a date really consist of? What is a date?
What is a date?
What is a date? What does it consist of? When you think of a date, when you plan a date, if you tell a girl to do, I want to go out with you, what should be her expectations?
Having a plan. I feel like that's number one.
Okay.
Even if it's something that we discussed before, because I also want you to enjoy it. Okay. So I don't want to just plan it all and then take you somewhere and you're like, I hate this.
Yeah.
So at least I can get an idea of things that you enjoy doing.
Okay.
And then I plan accordingly. So be it dinner, or we'll get a lunch and then be like, okay, cool, we can do this, or we're going to do this now. Or it's just, you have the simple things like dinner and a movie, you have a bowling, you have whatever. But it's just having some sort of plan, not I pick you up and it's like, okay, so what are we going to do? That's not a date.
That's not a date.
Yeah,
okay.
To me. I could be wrong.
I agree with you. I feel a date should be planned. I feel like when you say, okay, I want to go out with you, and, sometimes things don't work out.
Yeah.
You plan something and you guys are just legitly busy, or, to me, I hate, this isn't one, I hate doing this to you, but if you're watching, I apologize in advance, but meh. So, for example, if you're planning a date and someone says to you, I want to take you out or cook for you, and then you plan that, but you're like, okay, what about a Thursday? Do you follow, because you're making the plan, do you not follow up with a time and location?
Yeah, for sure.
But if you don't follow up with a time and location, are you waiting for her to hit you up and ask her where and when?
So I said I want to do this, and then you said, okay, what about a Thursday, right?
No, they were like, Thursday.
Okay, yeah.
I'll cook for you.
Right, but you have to respond.
By me. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'm down.
Okay, cool, yeah.
But then I didn't hear a location and a time. So then the day of, we didn't have that convo, and we just kind of I personally wasn't running you down to be like, yo, what time, when, and where. Normally I would, but I'm waiting to see if you're going to do it. So then it kind of looked at me so I guess you flopped on me. And I'm like, how? I don't even know where we were going. And I'm like, what time? Where you live? I don't know you. I know you, but I don't know you, So, anywho, that being said, this conversation kept coming up about the cooking and going out and ray-tay-tay. So finally, one day he was like, hey, what are you doing at 9 o'clock? Is that too late for a date?
No.
Okay.
Not for adults.
Adult dates.
Yeah.
I felt so too. I was like, I'm an adult. I'm a grown woman. Yeah. So I can go at 9 o'clock. So he was like, what are you doing at 9? I'm like, I'm free after 9. What do you want to do? He's like, oh, okay, well, come by my place. And I was like, okay. Now, what is your assumption when somebody says come to my place at 9 when you've already had prior conversations of you cooking for them at your place? Are you assuming that they're going to cook?
That one is kind of hard. Because
Okay.
we talked about that at different time.
So this time around, it's just come over.
Might just be like come over, but I might ask.
But we never hung out like that.
But then I would probably ask, like, do you want me to like get like I can order some food for us, or I can cook something. Like I would
say something.
Ask, yeah.
Okay. So I assumed. Because I'm an assumer, I guess. Well, no, but because I felt like the time prior to you've been asking me that you're telling me you want to cook for me. So by this time, I'm assuming when you asked me to come for 9 that this is what we're going to be doing, right? So I come now and, okay, well, his place wasn't messy or anything, but he didn't like clean up.
No, I definitely do that. Especially if you've never been there before.
Yeah. You got to clean.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. And he just moved.
Like spick and span.
Spick and span. And he just moved there. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. Yeah. Like, I didn't mind because this place was really beautiful. Like, nice little spot, whatever. So then he's like, I'm like, my bad. Like, he actually said this is funny because he's like, I didn't get my couches yet. So before you go in here, don't judge me because I just moved here. And I said, that's normal. He's like, no, I just don't want you talking about me on your show. And I was just like, I wouldn't do that. And I go, I'm lying. I would do that. So I retracted myself right away. I'm like, I would do that. So this is me doing it right now. I apologize.
But that's okay though.
I told him.
Yeah.
I'm like, he keyed. And I was like, matter of fact, I would. I'm not going to knock. I won't. I would probably tell that story. So then we get there now. And again, like he had other furniture, just like the couch and like a TV and all this stuff he needed. But other than that, everything was there. Okay. Prior to, he had a video of him ordering pizza. That same day, like an hour before. Oh. So wouldn't you wait for me to come before you ordered pizza?
Like I said, I would ask about the food.
Okay.
I would definitely ask.
So, I was just like, okay, whatever, let things go. So then he's like, you want a drink? I'm like, yeah, I'll just have some water. I wasn't really that like thirsty. I was hungry, but I wasn't thirsty. So anyways, we were just chilling and we watched a movie. But like in my head, I'm like, yo, you didn't clean up. You didn't cook me anything. Like.
So wait, when you were there, you didn't get to eat at all?
Eat what?
There was no leftover pizza?
He had a box. I swear to you, I don't know why. My greedy ass normally would have been like, let me get like a slice. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't ask him.
Did he offer you?
No.
That's a little weird.
Isn't that weird? It was like, okay, at this point, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So maybe he's assuming I would have ate by this time.
Yeah, but it's there. I'm going to still offer it to you.
I'm hungry.
It'd be there. I'll be like, hey, do you want... Like, when I'm offering you a drink, I'd be like, are you thirsty?
You hungry?
Yeah, that's my...
But, like, my thing is you've been saying you're going to cook for me, so where's my food? Yo, anywho, I don't want to be all, like, you know, Yeah, there's just, to me, there was expectations. There's a level to, like, a date when it comes to what I expect.
I don't feel like that was a date.
It wasn't a date, right?
That wasn't a date.
So what the hell was this, a chill thing?
Yeah, that was a chill.
Do I look
wasn't a date.
It wasn't, and I felt weird.
But that's your fault because you agreed.
Well, I'm really comfortable with. I knew him. It's not a new guy, by the way. I've known this guy for a while, but either which way, like I was comfortable with him. I knew who he was, and maybe I give too much people credit and excuses. My friend says I make up excuses for guys sometimes, and I wasn't trying to because I'm genuinely understanding of situations. I'm brothers, so I feel like I get more of where they're coming from. Anyways, I'll spill more tea to you. I can't really spill the whole tea because I feel like I can't do that. It's really bad. But we want to say thank you for tuning in to bChic, Not Bougie. I want your opinion, but I'm your host Alicia alongside DJ Richie. You tell me if that's a date. I thought it was a date, but I guess it's not a date. So anyways. Deuces, and thanks for tuning in.
Yo, this is Keanu Quinn, and you're listening to